So, welcome to Granite's Highway 101 Estimating Workshop. I'm Abigail Brown. I'm the president of CPM Logistics. We work closely with Granite Construction on this project, making sure that we connect you with them, whether it's through an educational workshop like this or office hours, if it's through the plan room, just a myriad of channels that we make sure that you have available to you to be able to hopefully and successfully bid on this project. Rebecca, do you want to introduce yourself?
Good morning. My name is Rebecca Unter. I work with Abigail at CPM Logistics and handle a lot of the logistical things for this particular program. Also help project manage a number of our outreach efforts for Caltrans.
Great. Thank you, Rebecca. Brian, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Good morning. I'm Brian Larinen. I'm Chief Estimator for Granite Construction in the Central California region. I focus on the Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo counties. I've been with Granite for about 40 years, mainly in Santa Barbara area, a little bit up in Reno, a little bit in Stockton, but mainly here. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Brian will be the presenter today. He's very knowledgeable and resourceful about getting the information to you. So as we're going through, this will be the manual you will be asking questions of specific to this presentation. Iris, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Iris Gutierrez. I'm the point of contact for the CNGC Highway 101 Padera project. I've been in charge of the solicitation process of all the segments. So if you guys have any questions about the segment 4B project, you can contact me directly, and I will try to help you out as much as possible. So I've been an engineer for Granite for the past 3 years, and I've been in construction for about 6. And I'm here to help. Thank you.
Thanks, Iris. Jessica B., can you introduce yourself?
Good morning. My name is Jessica Bureau. I am the Caltrans District Small Business Liaison for District 5, serves the Central Coast. Thank you, Abigail, for hosting.
Thanks. And Wesley?
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm Caltrans Design Manager for this portion of the 101 corridor, and happy to be here. Hope I can add to the conversation.
Great. Bob, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, good morning. I'm Bob Adams. I'm the District 10 Small Business Liaison, and of course, help folks get certified and finding opportunities with Caltrans, working with Jessica Bureau on a number of different projects and outreaches, and look forward to the event today. Thanks, Abigail.
Thank you. And Jessica K?
Good morning. I'm Jessica Klemenczyk. I'm the Small Business Liaison for District 9 for Caltrans. And I'm just really pleased to be here. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot too.
Great. And so as you guys can see, we do have a lot of small business resources available in addition to the project team from Caltrans. So if you have questions throughout the event specific to them, you can ask them or we'll send them through the chat, or send them through the chat function. We'll ask them for you. And just let me know if there's a certain person that you have a question for. So that being said, I'd like to introduce our welcome speaker, Mr. Tim Gubbins. He is the District 5 Director and will be introducing himself and giving information on the project as well. So Tim, if you want to take it from here.
All right, great. Thank you, Abigail. Just for a sound check, am I coming across clearly? All right, see a thumbs up. Great, thanks. I'm excited about today's opportunity, the event we have here. I'd really love to see a lot more of you, working, a lot more of your firms working with us on this project, on other projects that we have. I think today's workshop is a great example of the partnership that Caltrans likes to build with our contractors, with our team, and before I forget, then let me thank CPM, Granite, and our own Caltrans small business people. Putting this together, is a great thing. And hopefully you guys will find this very useful and be successful in entering our contracting world. So here on the Central Coast, we are seeing some record high levels. And sorry, I'll introduce myself again. I'm District Director of District 5, Central Coast, which is along the coast from Santa Barbara all the way up to Santa Cruz, a 5-county area. And so throughout that Central Coast area, we're seeing a record number of contracts and dollar amount of contracts go out right now and in the next couple of years. And this is a couple reasons. We have our normal projects going, with the Senate Bill 1 funding, we're able to catch up on some of those projects. And then we have a lot of longer term projects that we've been working on for a very long time that are finally coming to fruition. Large projects like the one we're talking about today, Highway 46 we're going to be hoping to 4-lane that all the way from 101 over to the Central Valley to I-5. So there's a lot of work here in Central Coast and all of Central California. And, some of the projects like the Santa Barbara one here that we're talking about take a very long time to bring to construction. With the Santa Barbara 101 South Coast, I can tell you, I have literally been involved with this for a number of decades. I've been with Caltrans for 33 years now. And since 1990, I've been involved in this corridor in one way or the other. So I can give specifics if we have time permitting, but I'm sure you didn't come here for that. But the project we're building here, this project's long overdue. As I said, in 1990, when we were doing the Crosstown Freeway and we were expecting to just keep marching south, we had things together. But I'm also going to say, and I don't say this that often, I think it's a better project today than we would have if we would have just kept going. The project today, we're adding a lane in each direction, and it's an HOV lane to kind of encourage people to carpool. But we're also adding other improvements in the corridor. There's bike lanes, there's local road projects and improvements. We even have worked with the railroad, and we've added commute trains so that you have a little bit more opportunity to come up from Ventura into Santa Barbara. So all of this, we're hoping to reduce the number of vehicles, the number especially of single occupancy vehicles. But more than that, we're hoping to help build that sense of community. If people can walk and bike to work, if they can safely get across the freeway, they won't have to go into those cars. So the shorter trips are just, it's just really exciting to be working on this. And, if you have specific questions, Wes in design can tell you all the things we've done here that are kind of unique and we don't do on every project. And as I said, it's just, it's great to be involved in something like this that you can actually see making a change for people. But just like the unique corridor, we also chose kind of a new alternative way of procuring a contractor. So CMGC, which I'm sure Brian is going to explain a lot more detail than I will, construction manager, general contractor, it allows us to go through a procurement process, and then we brought Granite on early. And so they're helping us with some of our constructability issues. And those of you that have been in construction a while know, no matter how well we think we design it, you guys find out a little bit different once you start getting out there moving dirt. So having the people with us at the design table to help us foresee those things and prevent them it's just really, really great for us. And design isn't the only thing we do. We get permits. We work, as I mentioned, the community. We work with the community. What are going to be the temporary construction impacts? Having the contractor hear those as we're negotiating them, they can then A, help us solve them, but B, understand why we're doing or what the constraints we're putting on that normally they don't see all that behind the scenes thing. So I think it really helps both sides, and it's been great so far. And we have a few more big sections of this to get done. And sorry if I'm sounding too excited, but this has been a long time coming, and we're just really thankful, as I mentioned before, for the partnership we have. We try and get that on every job, no matter the size. We put out projects, for those of you not familiar, from the tens of thousands of dollars to projects like this in the hundreds of millions, and everything in between. And so I look forward to the opportunities. Some of you smaller businesses I've talked to, and they just aren't really comfortable working with the big state bureaucracy because it's not always easy to understand. But if you can come in working with somebody on Granite, my hope is you then keep doing that as subs and maybe even your prime on some of those smaller jobs. And it's best for everybody. So again, I'm wearing my rose-colored glasses. I'm kind of optimistic today, but that's who I am. So after today, if you still have questions, you'll have contact info for Jessica and some of the other districts' small business. We put on different kind of events, and if you need help finding where we're listing some of those jobs and listing the upcoming stuff, they can help guide you through our websites and everything else. So with that, I'm looking forward to this. I'll be on part-time. I'll just to let Brian and Abigail know, I'll probably step out now and then because that's my life these days. But I thank you all for coming. I thank everyone for putting this on, and I'm looking forward to some really great conversation and hopefully a lot of knowledge exchange. So that's all I have this morning, Abigail.
Great. Thank you, Tim. We're excited about this project too. And I know Granite is. So I think we're all in alignment with that. You know, there's so much potential and innovation that we've seen from your team and from Granite, you know, over the last year and a half or so, that we're just super excited to be able to work on the project, but also put webinars like this together for all the small businesses who want to, you know, better their business, make those connections, meet Brian over the internet, all of the above. So thank you very much. Brian, would you like to start? Would you like to dive into your PowerPoint?
Absolutely. Let's stay on this slide just for a second. Thanks, Tim, for those comments. I like to tell people that contracting is a team sport, and this job has had that feel from the start. And so as you think about how you're involved, just know that this is a team activity to build a job like this, and really try to minimize the hurdles and get to the main goal for all the stakeholders. This picture I like, just before we get into just all the photos in this slide deck are actually in the segment for the Santa Barbara 101. And here you can just see just some of the constraints or design challenges, if you will. But as Tim mentioned, we got the Pacific Ocean here on the left. We've got the railroad. We've got topography issues. We've got basically a freeway that'll be fully reconstructed when we're done. Over on the right, this is right at Ortega Hill area as you transition from Summerlin up to Montecito. But there's actually a bike path over there that actually squeezes in right along the slope. And so you can see some very challenging working conditions, even this one stretch. These are the kind of things that as you start early, dialoguing, hopefully we minimize some of the impacts. So we'll dive right in. Next slide. All right, so that's general time frame. We're going to spend about a half hour just going through some presentation, and then we'll have some opportunity at the end for some question and answer. And as we've already heard from Abigail and Tim, appreciate those introductory remarks, and we'll get right into the presentation about this project and estimating and how you might best fit in. Next slide. Okay, so this is my name up on top with Granite in the Central Coast here. And these are some of the topics that we're going to be covering through the next couple of minutes. I won't go into each one in detail yet, but we're going to get through quite a bit of material in the next half hour. In my opinion, this is all about you know, servicing or helping you get further along in your contractor journey. So as Abigail mentioned, we do want you to feel free to ask questions. This format's a little different for me. Doing it in Zoom, it's really nice to be in a room so I can see everybody and maybe field a question as it fits. But feel free in the chat to communicate a concern or a comment or a question, and we'll try to address what you need to cover. Okay, next slide.